From Malappuram in Kerala to Mangaluru in Karnataka, the debate over killer potholes has been reignited. 20-year-old Aatish died while avoiding a pothole in Mangaluru. His friends have now launched a protest against the death traps to seek justice. On the other side, in Kerala, in Malappuram, a man had to take a bath and perform yoga in a pothole to draw the attention of the MLA there. In Trivandrum, Congress workers hit the streets demanding an end to this menace. However, now there is another controversy that has erupted over this. A film's poster has ruffled the feathers of the left government. The film made headlines as one of the advertisements for the movie created a stir. The ad with a tagline, "There are potholes on the way to the theatre, but still, please come and watch the movie," has not gone down too well with supporters of the left who are now calling for a boycott of this film. Now, the actor of this film has come out and clarified that they're not targeting any political party or the government of the state. All they wanted to do was send a message to film goers that despite there being hurdles, so to say, in the way, they should come out and watch the movie.
സിനിമ കണ്ടു കഴിയുമ്പോൾ ആ സിനിമയുടെ കഥ എന്താണ്, അതെന്താണ് മുന്നിലോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുവരുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ, വിവരങ്ങൾ എന്നുള്ളത് അത് തിയേറ്ററിൽ ഈ സിനിമയുടെ പരസ്യത്തെക്കാൾ ഉപരി സിനിമയുടെ കഥയിലോട്ട് ആൾക്കാർ വരികയും പ്രേക്ഷകരത് കാണുകയും ആസ്വദിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു നേരിട്ടുള്ളൊരു അനുഭവമാണ് ഞാൻ തിയേറ്ററിൽ നിന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കിയത്. പിന്നെ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു വിഭാഗം രാഷ്ട്രീയക്കാരെയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ജനവിഭാഗത്തെയോ മാത്രം ടാർഗറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന രീതിയിലൊന്നുമല്ല നമ്മൾ സിനിമ എടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇത് മാറി മാറി വരുന്ന ഏത് രാഷ്ട്രീയക്കാരാണെങ്കിലും നമ്മുടെ സാധാരണക്കാരൻ്റെ അവസ്ഥകൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കുക.
Now, it was a film's poster, but that has triggered a political controversy there as well in the state of Kerala. And a state minister coming out now saying that the government is fighting the pothole menace. The minister says that the message in the film poster should be taken in the right spirit.
കേരളം ഉണ്ടായെന്ന് മുതലുള്ള ഈ പ്രശ്നത്തിന് പരിഹാരം കാണാൻ സ്വാഭാവികമായും അതിന് ക്രിയാത്മകമായ നിർദ്ദേശങ്ങൾ, ചർച്ചകളൊക്കെ തന്നെ വരും, വിമർശനങ്ങൾ വരും, അതൊക്കെ സ്വാഭാവികമാണ്. ഇതെനിക്ക് എന്താണെന്ന് അറിയില്ല, ഇതിപ്പോൾ ഒരു സിനിമയല്ലേ, സിനിമയുടെ പരസ്യമല്ലേ, നമ്മളതിനെ അങ്ങനെ കണ്ടാൽ മതി. നെടുമ്പാശ്ശേരി അപകടത്തിന് കാരണമുണ്ടായ റോഡിലെ കരാറുകാർക്കെതിരെ എടുക്കുന്നില്ല, ശക്തമായ നടപടി സ്വീകരിക്കണം. കരാറുകാർക്കെതിരെ മുഖം നോക്കാതെ നിലപാട് സ്വീകരിക്കണം. ഈ സമീപനമാണ് സ്വീകരിച്ചത്. അതിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായി അവർ തുടക്കത്തിൽ എടുത്ത നിലപാടിൽ നിന്ന് പുറകോട്ട് പോയി കരാറുകാർക്കെതിരെ നിലപാട് സ്വീകരിക്കും. ഇപ്പോൾ കലക്ടറൊക്കെ ഇടപെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്, സ്വീകരിക്കുമെന്നാണ് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നത്, സ്വീകരിക്കണം.
The Congress has also jumped in as far as Kerala is concerned. They are now saying that both the centre and the state need to take timely action because these death traps are now turning fatal for way more people than they should have. They should not exist. Listen in to what the Congress is saying.
What's happening right now in Kerala is there's a blame game being going on. But let us be very clear. There's clear demarcation of roles and responsibilities as far as ministers are concerned. And both of them have miserably failed is the truth and the fact. And they just want to cover it up by blaming each other, which is not what they should be doing. But what we would like to remind them is that forget PR work, forget, portraying the rosy good things when it is not rosy. Let them open their eyes and let them see the reality and let them take action. At least they should be courteous enough to admit neither the state government nor the central government. So Mahila Congress across the state of Kerala at district level, we are organizing such protests to open their eyes, to make them please open your eyes and do the needful, do your duty.
Imran and Vivek, my colleagues, join us live for more on this. We're also taking your calls live here on this broadcast. The numbers are flashing at the bottom of your screens. Vivek, coming to you first. Now, there is a massive controversy that is brewing in there because 3 days ago, we saw someone doing yoga, taking a mud water bath in a pothole to draw the attention of the people's representative, the MLA there. Now, a film's poster also talks of how there may be potholes on your way, but please do come to the theatre. The left thinks that this is an assault on the state government, and it perhaps is. Why, instead of lashing out at the filmmakers for that particular poster, not just come out and clarify as to why these potholes have still not been filled up?
Exactly. This particular movie called Nathan Kesukodu, which means Sue Me, has quoted a major, backlash, especially in the social media, and also, various left, sympathizers in social media has raised out this issue, saying that the makers of the movie is trying to malign the left government. But I myself have watched the movie yesterday night, and I personally felt that this is a movie which raises a very, very serious issue of pothole. It criticizes the government. It's not just, it does not mention about any particular politician or any particular leader, but it mentions the issue on the ground, what the people are facing, and this is something which the politicians have to look into. Now, after this particular movie has released, especially after this poster, this particular issue of potholes has gained a major traction, especially in the media and also in the public. Remember, number of people have started raising this issue. In Malappuram, 4 days back, we saw a person called Hamsa Porli, having bath and taking yoga. And in the Nataraja post, you can see him posting in the national highway. And when the MLA reached there, you can see him asking the MLA as why he's not taking any action. Even after 4 days, what is even more ironic is that there is no action that's been taken. I spoke to Hamza today morning. He said that till yesterday night, 12 o'clock, that there is no action that's been taken as far as this particular national highway road that is in Pandikad and Manjeri is concerned.
Right.
Now, this is a similar situation in many other roads. Now, what is even more shocking here is there is a face-off that is going on between the NHAI, that's the National Highway Authority of India, and the Public Works Department that comes under the state government. The center is saying it's the state's responsibility. The state is saying it's the center's responsibility. The problem is the common man on the ground is facing the issues. There are 2 deaths that's been reported in the last 1 month because of potholes, and still there are a lot of potholes that needs to be cleared on the ground. People are angry.
Absolutely, and this civic apathy, this sorry state of affairs is not just in Kerala, it's in many states across the country, including in Karnataka as well, where in Mangaluru we saw a 20-year-old lose his life because of a pothole, and now his friends, who are of course heartbroken, which is why they have now started a campaign called Pothole Se Azadi. They are demanding answers against the civic apathy from the state government. They say enough is enough. Imran is with me for more on this. Imran, now we've seen the kind of protests that had broken out in Bengaluru, which, despite several assurances coming to the fore from the BBMP, which is the civic body, and the state government, they have missed multiple deadlines to fill potholes there in the city or the IT capital of the country. Similar scenes are now being witnessed in Mangaluru as well.
Well, absolutely. In fact, this is shocking. Not only shocking, it's sad the fact that that the friends have to put pitch in together to ensure that that safe roads are there and no other death happens because of the pothole. Now, Aatish's death has spurred a moment there. The people have started a campaign in Mangaluru called Pothole Se Azadi. His friend, in fact, protested in front of the municipal commissioner's office yesterday, demanding action against errant officials and also safe roads so that what happened to his friend should not happen to anybody else. And it's not just a case of Mangaluru. We saw similar protests, and several times people using creative ways to express their anguish and anger against the potholes in the Mangaluru, and several high courts taking the matter seriously and giving several deadlines to the BBMP. The issue still persists, and we saw once people dressing up as Mars mission to show the way potholes have been affecting the common man's life. Now, despite all this, always the civic agency and the state government promises swift action. But one spell of monsoon, the entire work comes out, and the creators are created, forcing residents associations or common people to highlight the issue again,
right,
to bring to the notice of the government and the civic agencies the kind of bad roads there, which is affecting not just their commute but also their daily life. Now, worse is that lives being lost there, and unfortunately a life has lost in Mangaluru, and his friends has started a campaign.
Absolutely, and Times now spoke to that friend as to what they really want now, the questions that they're raising against the state government. Let's listen in.
This is the main highway junction in Mangalore. This is the location, and this is where I lost. We had a pothole here. The authorities have recently covered this place, and it's 7 days since the incident happened, and this got completely covered yesterday. And this same highway, this is a national highway, and there are too many potholes still remaining in this junction. So all we ask is good roads. If my Aatish has died in this place, because of the bad road, and it is not just an accident, it's a killing by the authorities who are responsible for this. See, this is the right. We pay the tax, we pay everything that the government asks us for. All we ask is give us good road. Look, you can still look at this. The potholes are not yet covered. See, this is the condition. They have a temporary patch on this. After 2-3 rains, this whole pothole will be the same again. So in the same area, 7 and 8 incidents have happened. All I ask is we need justice. See, all the 7 times authorities have not bothered to touch this road. After my friend lost his life, they have covered this just to escape the responsibility. So whoever is responsible for this incident, also see, you can see all the things that are kept here. This is the condition of the Mangalore highway, and nothing else we want. We want every road in Mangalore, every city road, every national highway to be in its proper condition. We need the road we deserve.
Imran, irrespective of who is in power, which party is governing the state, this is the kind of civic apathy that we've seen for years together, and not just in Karnataka, in different parts of the country. But as far as Karnataka is concerned, what is the state government now saying, or what is the civic body in Mangaluru now saying? Because like we just saw that report, that pothole has now been filled up, perhaps to cover up the fact that a life was actually lost there. But there must be several such potholes across the city of Mangaluru. When are they going to be filled up? Is there a deadline that the civic body has now set for themselves?
Well, it's not just Ashish. In fact, just in span of this month, in August, 2 deaths have been reported in Mangaluru over because of pothole deaths. A girl who was studying in a second year of Master MSc, she also died because of a pothole. When it was raining in the evening, and while she was crossing the bridge, the pothole was there. She slipped and fell, and a moving vehicle ran over her. She also lost her life because of pothole. It is the usual same promises what made by the civic agency, that it was one-off case. They have filled up the pothole, but one spell of rain, all this truth comes out, and it's back to normal to where it was. So this is the situation there on the ground. So far in Bangalore, the civic agency has said they have filled they met all the deadlines. There are close to around 100 potholes. They say there still needs to be filled up, but the fact is that it should have been done because there were several deadlines given by the High Court, and lives also have been lost, and the fact that even compensation has been demanded over this issue, but the civic agency has not met the deadline, and it's not this year. This is the case. We have to wait and see what will be the case for next year. We've been seeing for the past several years that potholes come up and lives are lost. Citizens have to make a protest, hue and cry. Government wakes up, promises, but it's the same situation back to normal this next season.
Absolutely, and citizens across this country are now tired with this kind of attitude, with this kind of apathy that we see across the country. Even in Kerala, we've seen how protests did break out, where someone had to perform yoga inside a pothole. He had to take a mud bath or bath to actually catch the attention of the MLA there, to catch the attention of the civic body there. And the political fight in Kerala is also now escalating over this.